Hello everybody and welcome to Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. Now, something I've always wanted to do with this game, I've never done, is complete it. Just yesterday I actually kind of looked up how long it would take. Now this is just the base game right here. This first tab is just the base game. It would take approximately 61 hours to complete all of these maps, and then you have all of these still after it. So my challenge, probably not going to be able to do it, but my challenge is to go through all these maps in a Let's Complete series. That's in air quotes, Let's Complete series. So I'm not promising that I'm going to be able to finish it. Definitely not promising that, but anything can happen. So we'll just start off with Forest Frontiers, the easiest one in the game, obviously. We'll get right to it. No loading screen because it is nice. We have free admission, so we'll just get started. I guess we'll first go up to funding. I really like to do that first. I like to do max funding, and we'll go for a roller coaster first. We'll try and get that steel roller coaster right out of the way. So Forest Frontiers is one of the nicest parks in the game. It's nice and flat. You have a lot of open space, and it also kind of starts off with the whole you can buy land in this first one. As you can see right here, there's so much land you can buy. All those little white markers you can buy all the way out to this little thing right here. So if you ever run out of space, because you can run out of space easily, you can just make some, or you can buy some more. But I don't think I'll have to do that. Pretty wide open, flat. It's only 1 year I have to be here, so that's about an hour in game time. Each year is about an hour in game, give or take. So technically this video should be split up into 30 minutes or something around there. You know, it's gonna probably split at some point. I probably won't like say I split it, but yeah. So we'll just go off of that. See all these rides that we have, all this food stuff. One of my favorite games growing up was this. We'll start with the merry-go-round. I always do. Always have to go to the merry-go-round first. I've always put it like somewhere like right here or so. There's a tree in the way that I couldn't see. There we go. And then we can just get rid of these really quickly. Entrance, exit. I'm usually just dull and I use the regular paths, unless of course we're like in somewhere. I really like to keep the path similar to what we're using. So I'll test that. You guys can't see it, but there's a little game bar right there to show that I'm recording. So I have to move it away from that. Now something very interesting that I found out about the game. Right here and here, there's the excitement rating, the intensity rating, and the nausea rating. If you have your park entrance fee for free, they will love it and they will pay whatever you charge them. Well, not whatever you charge them, but they will pay some ridiculous prices for these rides. So the merry-go-round, the excitement is 1.39. You round down no matter what, so you basically just ignore this number right here. Just ignore the 9, 1.3, you can charge 130 for that ride. So we'll do that. And that's the max charge. Don't try and charge 140. After a while, they'll get fed up with it. They'll be like, I'm not going to charge that anymore. So that's just something interesting I found out just a little bit ago, is that they would do that. Easy way to get money, really, actually. So we'll just make a scrambled eggs now. Don't know why they call it scrambled eggs. I think it's in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, it's called the Twister, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. Something a little more appealing than scrambled eggs. Again, this game, I think, made by Chris Sawyer in 1999. It says 2000 down here, but that's because the expansion packs have both expansion packs. They came out in 2000. So scrambled eggs. And I think this was more of a European, I guess, type game. So I think they call it scrambled eggs over there. As you can see, the guests are not named. However, if you go in here, you go to options, you can see show real names of guests. I have Fahrenheit Imperial. Obviously, I'm in the United States. I'm not going to use some sort of metric form or whatever. So we'll build some more rides here. Some of these more gentle rides just get started out here. You have to be very compact. You know, just be very compact. You can easily just win this first one. You only have to do a year, and I don't even remember the thing. I think it's like 200 guests or something, 250 guests. It's something very, very easy, very like absurd how easy it is. So we'll go 5 max people on ride. Don't know why you wouldn't do that. Get more people on the ride as you can. Here I got 3 rides, 1.6 for the slide. Yeah, it's 250 guests with a park rating of at least 600. Very easy to do. See where I have 6 guests, the park rating, it's 670. So as you can see, it's very, very easy to get this objective done and set. Lamps, they don't do anything besides, I guess, for the aesthetic. Just some nice little decorations, I guess. Benches, if people are sick, they'll sit down that. They'll get better. They'll not throw up, hopefully. And then trash cans, for people to throw away their garbage, obviously, or maybe even throw up in. I don't know if they actually throw up in them or not, but that's what I've always guessed about it. So as you can see right here, we got burger bar, drink stall, cotton candy, and bathroom. We'll just do a bathroom really quickly because obviously they need to go when they need to go. The sad thing about it is that if you're really low on money and you really need money, which you probably shouldn't at all, you can actually charge for them to go to the bathroom. I'm not that mean, of course. But yeah, you can do that. We'll just build 2 right next to each other, even though that's kind of a waste. But we'll just build 2 right there. We'll build a food thing. I'm normally not one to like make the park look nice. I'm more of like a builder type person. I'm not really a designer type person, but maybe like in some of the later parks where I know like one of them you have to go 4 years or something, maybe for one of those parks I'll be like, okay, I'll do it. Maybe we should get some more thrill rides in because it seems like the people aren't really happy with what they have right now. We'll make the swing ship sideways here. There we go. Then we'll go out down here. I should have not been idiot. One thing I don't like about it is that the path will automatically, which is I guess nice, but it gets annoying sometimes when you're trying to build, and it just gets caught onto the path you don't want. They fixed that in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, I think it was. They fixed that to where you can drag it now and it wouldn't get caught on to the one next to it, which was nice. Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, the fan favorite, I guess you could say, the most nostalgic one, the one everyone really knows about. A lot of people played Roller Coaster Tycoon as a kid, no matter when you grew up. I was born in 2000. I was born when the expansion packs came out, and I played this game when I was younger. It's just such a great game. People who are, you know, basically everyone played this when they were younger. At some point in their lives, you probably played Roller Coaster Tycoon. If you didn't, you owe it to yourself to come and get this game and at least try it out. On Good Old Games, it's $6. On Steam, it's $6. So no matter where you get it, $6, unless you can find somewhere cheaper. And then also on Steam and Good Old Games, they have Tycoon 2 and 3. On both of them, obviously, Tycoon 2 is $10. And then on Steam, as of now, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 is on sale for $5, normally $20 on both. So if you want to snatch up Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 for very, very cheap, all of them, of course, have all 3 expansion packs. If you want to get them for cheap, those are the places to get them. Obviously, PC game. Nothing more to really add there. Besides, you should get it. If you haven't played it, you should get it. It's a very, very great game. And from what I know, it was actually written in assembly code, which was in 2000 apparently unheard of. Also, something interesting to note, the haunted house is never going to be affected since the people are going to be inside. The extent rating will always be 245 no matter what you do to it. It's always going to be 245. That's something I remember from my times of playing. 245, as you can see. We'll open that. Yeah, it was written in assembly, which basically means if you did one small coding thing wrong, the whole thing will go wrong. But if you did it right, it produces like this. Very, very smooth. See, no matter what you're playing on, it's just perfect. It runs smoothly, and it works on anything from Windows 98 to Windows 10. I'm playing this on Windows 10 right now. It was made in 1999. That's insane how compatible this game is. As like the next Windows they release, Windows 11 or whatever they're gonna call it, it will probably be compatible with that because it's compatible with basically everything. It's insane. I guess we'll build our first roller coaster because we don't really have anything else to build besides like a train. No one ever builds a train. I don't ever build a car ride. I think they're pretty useless. That's just me though. So we could build the money grabber or we could just build one of these. We'll start it with a pre-made one just to kind of show you what it's like. So the game comes with pre-made coasters already. As you can see right here, all of these are pre-made coasters. These all come if you buy it off Good Old Games and Steam, I think. I think if you have the disc, though, these don't come with it. I don't ever remember these come with it in the disc. I used to have the disc. I kind of lost it. Or I lost one of the discs, so I couldn't play it. But I don't remember them coming out. Maybe they did, I just don't remember. But the shuttle loop is a money grabber. So you can see right here, it's just one of those... Oh, didn't mean to do that. It's just one of those ones where you go over the loop, you go up, and then you go down backwards. That's all it is. It's a big money grabber in this game. For some reason, the people just love it. They'll go on it immediately. So you can see, you test it out right here. Go up, right up to the top, back down, over the loop, and into the station. And what's great about Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 is they make it even more realistic, where instead of having launching out of the station, which you can actually do, in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, you can have it where you go backwards up a hill and then go down. But you'll always have to have that hill there on the end, though, because when it flies through the thing in 2. So Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, basically this game, they just made some advancements and they made it just a little bit better, I think, in my opinion. They definitely fixed some things. So for this, we can build a nice little path. Don't go in yet. Don't go in yet. Okay, come on. There we go. Sometimes that's a little finicky. I like to build my roller coaster line just a little bit longer, get more people in line. Obviously, this ride not very long. It's like 20 seconds or something like that, so probably not even. So it's not really going to hurt people to stand in line if the line's that long. Yeah, so this is basically just the tutorial part showing you like, hey, this what... Oh, it went up because of... Yeah, sometimes the paths and stuff can actually increase the excitement. If you build rides next to it, it will increase the excitement. So if I were to place like some trees around it, the excitement might go up, some decorations, stuff like that. As you can see, you can actually research scenery and theming. However, you can't do that in this one. I don't know why you would. Ride improvements as well. And then you can take out loans just like any business game. You can check your cash, like what you're spending and such. I spent a lot because I've been building. Park value, profit, and then you can obviously market. So we need to hire some handymen and stuff. I used to assign them to areas, but I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. But you always, once you get a handyman, want to go in here, first thing you want to do is uncheck mow the grass. That will be all they do if you keep that checked. That's all they will literally do. I'm serious when I say that. They will not do anything except that. So we'll take out three handymen. They just walk around, they clean up puke, they empty trash cans. If you have any flowers, they'll water that. I'll get 2 mechanics here. Be sure not to click on the little game bar recording thing. It's right here. You guys obviously can't see it. There's not really any better place to put it because the windows pop up everywhere. So, yeah. So we got a roller coaster in. We got every ride that I want to build. So we're just going to wait for the next ride, which is a log flume. That's going to be very expensive, so maybe we won't wait for that. We'll just have a look around. There are already 97. I think we'll easily get to 100 right here. Yeah, there's already 100 people in our park, and we only need 250, and we're not even halfway through yet. So very, very easy. You can get easily 700 people in here by the end of your objective if you do it right. As you can see, there's still a lot of land left. I want to build a wooden roller coaster at some point. And I'm never, after this, I'm never going to just take a pre-made one and put it down unless I'm like in desperate need of like people in the park or something. I want to put down a new ride. I will probably never put down a pre-made roller coaster ever again. I like to build them. I like to build my own, see how creative I can be, see if I can actually make it work. Because in these little stat things, you see how it's medium, medium, low. You obviously want it to be like medium to high or low, depending on what kind of park you're at. People want, later in like the expansion packs, people will come into the park, they only want low intensity rides. So you obviously can't build like a 25-foot coaster that drops down all 25 feet. You're going to want to build something, you know, a little bit more pleasing to those people. So you're going to want to check on these, but if you want to make money, obviously you want this to be medium or high, but you don't want it to be extreme or ultra extreme, because if they are, people will not go on it. They'll get to the line right here, the end of the line, and they'll jump up, like they're like, whoa! They're like, that's way too exciting for me, or way too intense for me, or something like that. Sometimes you'll see people go to a line, they'll check their pockets, like, do I have any money, showing they don't have enough money. something nice about Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 is that one of the shops and stalls that you could build was a ATM, so people could take out money there instead of people leaving once they're out of money. They're like, I'm out of money, I have to leave now. Another great thing is there's weather, actually. So the weather will kind of impact how, what people want. I think if it's hotter, they'll want more drinks and such. If it's raining, they probably won't go on rides, and then they'll want to buy umbrellas. That's what you need an information kiosk for, which I actually kind of want to get now. So I'm going to research shop and stall. If you get information kiosk, they'll want that for the umbrella. There's also a park map in there. So very in-depth game for a game made in 1999. Very in-depth, very, very cool. There's nothing really I want to build. Maybe I could build one of these little thingies. Build another one. So this is the thing, very, very fluid, actually. It looks kind of complex at first, but once you get used to it, you are used to it from there. So we'll just build a roller coaster right here. How about that? First roller coaster being built, just about 16 minutes into the video, I think. Yeah, we'll build it like this. See, you always have to add chains. Obviously, can't go up a hill without chains. Physics just says no to that. So yeah, this is meant to be like a little bit of a kiddie ride, so I won't go too crazy with it. Wooden roller coasters I go insane with. I love building them in this game for some reason. It's like in real life how they're always compact. I love to build them like they're compact. Go up a little bit, level out from 15 to 15. That's not gonna work. Are you kidding me? Yeah, no, that ain't working. So we'll just go up a little bit. We'll go 15 to 12. That should be able to work. There's no photo section on this. That's sad. And also that merry-go-round music will get stuck in your head if you play this long enough. You will remember that merry-go-round music for the rest of your life, basically. You'll hear that, and you'll be like, yep, that's that song. Know that. We'll return back to the station. This isn't meant to really be a big ride. I like to kind of do this, keep it sideways. There we go. We're into the station. Very short ride, very simple. Oh, that's in the way. Uh-oh. Oh, right here. I should be able to do it. All right, move out of the way, please. Please, move out of the way. Okay, thank you. Yep. Okay. Then we'll test it, make sure it works all right, make sure you can make it up all the hills. You can click this, it'll just hear what the roller coaster hears if you're like next to it. I don't, personally not too, I don't care whether I hear what's like or not. So yeah, we're making some good money. We got over $2,000. We haven't had to take out a loan at all. Let's see, it goes down. This hill is the one. Yep, it's going to make it up that. It'll definitely make it up this hill then. I'll go back down. We'll just that. And it's in perfect, I would say. I wouldn't say that's too high at all. Maybe the negative vertical G's, though. They're a little bit low. No, but it's perfect. Look at that. Medium, high, and medium. So I can charge $4.10 to get on this ride. Perfect. That was the perfect amount. Even though it was very simple, simple is sometimes good. Yeah, I can't build that there. I have to go like that. So yeah, we'll kind of get a path layout here. We got past it. Oh, alright, get rid of that one. Oh god. There we go. Alright, people, I'm sorry. Open it before it leaves. Oh, it left. I tried. We'll get some things there, just in case. It's a high intensity, I think it said. So just in case people get sick, we'll put that there. Put some trash cans down so that people, once they get their burgers and their drinks and stuff, they don't throw it on the ground. We are getting a shop and stall, obviously. Something I've also noticed about this game down here, you can hold it and you'll see the date. It's 18th of May, so today we'll actually find out what shop and stall we're getting. Just wait a little bit. Information kiosk, there it is. So now we can click out of that if we want. We'll look for another thrill ride, as thrill rides are kind of what the people want. And as you can see down here, the weather, it's going to rain soon. I think that means like the next day or like in a couple days it's going to rain, or just a little bit. I don't know. I actually don't know when that means it's coming. It just shows that it's coming. The temperature's going down, as you can see. That's not, yeah, it's going down by 2 degrees, man. That's Fahrenheit for those of you that are in Celsius. And it's raining now. Sadly, we don't have the information kiosk, or else we'd be making a ton of money. You can charge a lot for umbrellas, and they won't. Me honestly, I don't jack up the price at all of the umbrellas. I've never really needed to. When I was younger, I used to pause the game whenever it started raining, and then I'll go into the information kiosk that I had placed down, and I'd ramp up the price. The max price you can charge is $25. I'd max it all the way up to $25 for the umbrella, and they would actually buy it because it was raining and they need an umbrella, which is kind of sad, but it was a good way to make money. I just don't do that anymore. So now you can see people are going up to the line. They're saying no. As you can see right here, I'm not going on it while it's raining. I just memorized that. That's sad. And well, use Matthew H as an example right here. You can see all this stuff. That's if you click on that, you'll get info. I actually didn't know it told you what if you. Yeah. I'll explain. I won't let the game explain it because I like to explain this. So right here, if you click that, you'll get information on what the guest is doing at all times. So if he gets into the line for a merry-go-round, he'll say Matthew H is in line for merry-go-round. It'll come up down here. This is where your notification feed is. You can see right here, this button, notification feed. So far, only notifications are new rides, which is good for now. This means you'll just pop to where he is. You can rename him if you want. You can pick him up with this. And then right here, you can just hear what he's hearing, obviously. You can see his stats right here, like hunger, if he has to pee or go to the bathroom. If you can see right here, happiness, energy, hunger, thirst, nausea, bathroom. You can see his preferred ride right here is intensity between 1 and 4. And he has an average nausea tolerance. Right here is, I believe, his favorite stuff and where he's been on. Yeah, he's been in the park for 1 minute. You can see all this. How much money he has, how much he's spent. He has 70 in cash, so not too bad. What he's been thinking in the past, you can see right here. And then what he has in his hand, he's carrying nothing. We have an information cast. It just stopped raining. We'll still put it down anyway. We'll put it down right here at the edge. I always like the arrow to be pointing towards it for some reason. And then I always like to go in here. I like to keep the umbrella at 250. But also, park maps don't really matter to me. You don't want to charge too much of them, especially at the bigger parks, like later in the game, when we get to like Evergreen Gardens and such like that. You don't want to charge a lot for your park map, because people are actually going to have to buy that to know where they're going. So I normally like to charge, and see you're making 10 cents less than what you're charging, so it takes like 10 cents to make it or something. So I like to just take it down to 10 cents. You break even. You're not making money off it. You're just giving people maps basically for 10 cents. Not too bad. This might have gone up actually because of the road. I'm surprised it actually didn't go up because of this roller coaster that goes right underneath it. 420 now. What other thing can I describe? This is not hearing the sounds or something. Never used it. Zoom out, obviously, turn around. This is the different stuff you can see. So you can go underground view. You can go underwater view. We don't have any water. Remove baseland. I don't know why you want to do that either. Remove vertical faces. Oh. Okay, then. I don't know what that does. See-through rides, so you can just see through that in case you're trying to get to something, in case you're trying to see something. See-through sceneries like the trees and such. Invisible supports are the supports on the ride, so if you want to like try and get something, just take away that. It looks very weird. Invisible people, if you want to see through people, like if people can vandalize stuff, you want to make sure nothing's vandalized, you can just see through people, you can look, everything's good. And then of course height marks and stuff like that. This is your park map from above, shows where everything is. I don't ever use it. This is a tool that I'm always going to use. Get rid of stuff in this tool. You see right here, tree gone, tree gone. You can also affect the land, change it's like texture, raise it or lower it. Very useful for later. Water, you can make some water, so like if you lower the land enough, you can raise the water up. You can make some like boat hire thing, scenery thing, park paths thing, park rides, money, income, expenses, funding, research. These are all the rides. You can close all them, open all them at the same time if you want. Don't know why you would do that. This is your park entrance thing. As you can see right here, your park rating, the people in your park, how much money it is to get in, how much like stuff is in it. The objective and awards if you win any. All the people in here, you can see their actions or what they're thinking. You can see what they're thinking alone, or you can see what the most thoughtful thing is. Your people that you hire, and then of course the notifications as I mentioned. So that's everything in Roller Coaster Tycoon that's useful, I guess, in case you've never played it. Yeah, look at the people in these lines. Jeez Louise. This one's full. I told you, this is a money grabber. Like, people just go in and they're like, oh my gosh, I love this ride. Same, if we ever get go-karts, that's also a big money grabber. Go-karts. People love those things for some reason. Like, it's in real life. People love go-karts. They love it in this game. It's like Chris Sawyer knew or something. It's like Chris Sawyer was a genius or something. Chris Sawyer, the best, like, person ever. Like, he made this by himself. Basically. Maybe, like, someone did sounds or something. I don't know. It's awesome. It's awesome that he was able to build such a great franchise that was ruined by Atari. But, yeah, let's not get into that, though. Let's not get into that. Let's just not talk about Roller Coaster Tycoon World ever. Instead, let's mention that Planet Coaster and Parkitect are newer versions of the Roller Coaster Tycoon franchise. As I mentioned, 1 and 2 are basically the same. Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 are basically the same isometric graphical view. They both came out around the same time, I believe. 2 came out like 2001, 2002. And then Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 came out like 2004, 2005, so it's not very much better. It is more 3D. It's very polygonal. You can also do isometric view there. This is what isometric view basically is, if you want to. But the newest additions to this game franchise, Roller Coaster Tycoon World, Planet Coaster, and Parkitect. Roller Coaster Tycoon World, again, taking on the Roller Coaster Tycoon name. Not good. I got it when it first came out. It's not good. I don't know when the last time I played it was, but I don't know if I ever want to open that thing back up again. It was pretty bad. You got Parkitect, which is basically this, except better graphics and updated, newer version. It's the isometric view. It has basically all the fundamentals of Roller Coaster Tycoon. And then Planet Coaster is taking a step up from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 with kind of the 3D view and a lot of scenery, a lot of like making it look nice, a lot of customization to it. It's one of the perfect, if I have to say. It's like, it's great. So yeah, enough of that. We'll see. We're getting a Waterslide. I want like a. We don't get go-karts in this. What? Guess we'll go to gentle rides. I don't know why you don't get a lot of stuff in the thrill rides. You get water rides for thrill rides. You don't even get like any placeable ones. It's weird. I don't really remember that. I won't build another roller coaster yet. I guess I can build like a log flume or something. That's also a money grabber. Log flumes people love for some reason. They do take a long time to complete though. Not build, but like they just take a long time to get through because it's so slow. They go like 3 miles an hour in the water. So you like to add a lot of boats if you can. And you also like to have a lot of drops. So there's our first thing of something breaking down. You can see it comes down here. You'll go up here if you see a mechanic is heading for the swinging ship. The closest one usually does. They'll go in here. They'll fix it. You can see actually the cost of the breakdown. It says broken down right here. It'll say safety cut out. The worst things you can ever have for a breakdown is on a roller coaster. You can have a station brakes failure if there's more than one train to the thing. Obviously, I haven't built the stations long enough for there to be more than one train, but if I built this long and it had 2 trains, if there's a station brakes failure, basically what happened is it would come into the station without brakes and it would fly into the other one and destroy it. And then on the merry-go-round, I actually have never seen this happen before, but I don't know if it's a myth, I don't know if it actually happens. There's this thing called a control failure. The music will start speeding up, it'll start going faster, and then after a while, if the mechanic doesn't get there, it'll start bumping up and down. I've heard that if it goes on for long enough and the mechanic doesn't get there, it blows up. I'm not so sure if that's what happens or not. Don't take my word for it. You can try it out if you have the game. If you want to wait until a merry-go-round gets a control failure and then exit the path thing or something, whatever, don't let a mechanic get there. If you want to test it out for me, I really don't know. So we got another attraction, Waterslide. So yeah, basically the up sections are the ones that take the longest. The down sections, of course, will make the thing go fast, so we'll just go down all the way. Sploosh. There's just S-bends for the special. What I was looking at here are the special tracks. On roller coaster, there could be like photo sections, which also get you money. The loops, helixes, the corkscrews, all that jazz. There's a lot of things you can make. So we'll just go nice around here. We'll turn right here. Yeah, so if you can't already tell, I really love the Roller Coaster Tycoon franchise, and I really want it to be successful. I'm really sad that Atari took it over, though, and kind of made what they did, because Roller Coaster Tycoon World was a disgrace. I was actually all on board. I was like, yeah, you know, it'll be great. It wasn't great. It was pretty bad, actually, and I'm really sad about it because I was really sad about it because I had high hopes for it. But at least we got Planet Coaster out of it. That's like the perfect time for someone to be alive. When there's 3 amusement park games being made all at once. That's amazing how all 3 of them were being made at once. That's incredible. So we won't make this long because of how long it takes to go through it. We'll make it nice and, normal though. So we got 10 boats. We'll test it first so that we can see what the excitement rating actually is, so we can see what we have to charge. People are throwing up. If you heard the person go, that means they threw up. That's on the path. The janitors have to clean that up, obviously. So we'll test this out. We'll see how it goes. So maybe I just won't use the full park. I don't know. We're already about halfway through it. I haven't used it yet. See how long it takes. Look at, they're going 1 mile an hour up the hill. And then I think once they get to the water, they're going like 3 or 4 or something. Something slow. Like it's not fast at all. Maybe they only go 2. Yeah, 1 and 2 miles an hour. And then if you go downhill, they go faster. Wonderful. It's a money grabber though. What are we getting now? General ride. Wow. That was shocking. Yeah, all these lines are actually filled too. Like every line is filled. That's crazy. Well, that's what happens when you get 429 guests in your park. And it's this small. People are kind of bound to be on everything. And then I also think there was a time when I was playing it, and I had pressed like one of the buttons. I forget what the button like turned people off. It was like invisible people. So I got down, like I was zoomed out because it was like once you press the button, it was like it was doing stop motion because at some points like some of the things won't turn, but if you press it, it turns. I forget what button it was. But anyway, it also turned people off. So when I went down, I was like, where are all the people that are all on the ride? Because you can see them on the ride, you just can't see them on the ground. So I'm like, oh my god, all these people are like on the rides. But then I was like, oh wait, people are invisible. So also, I'm recording this at like 10. It started at 10, so it's probably like 10:30 by now. It's actually 10:51, so I started at 10:30 apparently. Yeah, it's very late at night, but anything for Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's only an hour, obviously. If it was obviously Dynamite Dunes, which is the next one, and also one of my least favorite ones. I really don't like Dynamite Dunes, but the next one is the second one. It goes for 3 years. That's about 3 hours, give or take. We'll start placing like park benches down and stuff up here since we need it.